Good afternoon, y'all. It is February 19th. It is a really nice sunny day. It was like freezing cold this morning, and now it's like, I don't know, almost 50 degrees, I think. So the sap should be running pretty good. Anyway, right now we have some wood to chop, since, yeah, our evaporator's wood fired. Got the pile right there. So yeah, we don't have a lot to chop here yet. See if I can take a one-handed one. A lot of the wood we made throughout the summer. But we're actually kind of getting low already. Or we can definitely see we're probably not going to have enough. I'm sure if it goes another couple weeks, which generally it does. We've been in it now for like 3 weeks. And we're done with this back here. It's like 3 o'clock right now, and we're just running back to check the tanks and stuff. Yeah, and I'll show you a little bit how the operation looks back here. It's fairly similar as last year, but yeah, if you guys who might be new to the channel, yeah, might find it interesting. One thing that is new, so down there we got the tank, our holding tank, and we used to like pump it from down there, either down to the road to a 1,000-gallon tank on wheels, or up here to that 1,000-gallon tank on wheels. So this year, Dad and the boys brought this line up here, goes to the top of the hill, and then goes down the other side. That's not vacuum. We have a pump that we turn on when we want to pump it up to the sugar shed. Doesn't look like it actually ran a lot yet so far today. Yeah, it's just coming in a little bit over there. I figure it's just heating up. We usually keep the pressure check. That's good. That's at like 20, actually, yeah, around 27, something like that. So that's what we want. Snow didn't all melt yet. This past weekend we got like, I don't know, probably 4 inches of snow, and it's just now melting. You kind of see down here there's still some snow, but this is our main tank. That's where a lot of the sap comes to. That's like 1,000 gallons, I think it holds something like that. And then yeah, we have one tank further back in the woods that's getting a different section. I'll go show you that one. Back at the second tank. It's kind of dirty again, honestly. There's not much coming in. It is February the 20th. It is like, let me see. It's 3:56 in the afternoon. It's like 55 degrees today. And yeah, yesterday we did not end up getting that much sap. I think it took 2 days to warm everything up, and now stuff is really getting warmed up. So there's a bunch of sap coming in all over the place, and so we're gonna try to get stuff pumped up. So right now we're draining what's in that tank down into the big tank here, because we still haven't run that through the RO, which the RO short version for reverse osmosis pretty much takes at least some of the water out of the sap. Sap is mostly water, has a little bit of sugar. That's why you have to cook it down and stuff. So we're draining it over here so we can, so the RO'd sap can go up into that tank, which then feeds down to the evaporator then. that's our little pump. It's right outside the sugar shed. That just helps pump it up in there, up into the tank. Up here, yeah, we're pumping it across the lane. Like, we have a couple different systems. You can see that, like, the bags on the trees behind us, we have the bags on around the house, just because otherwise we leave the lines up all year, and yeah, it would probably kind of be a pain to put up the lines every year, take them back down. Over here in this, it's like, I don't know, it might be 25 taps over here, 20, 25, and we have a little different situation rigged up here. So we have a little pump over here. It used to be all gravity, but I put just this little pump on here to help it get down here a little bit, and it adds a little suction. Over most of the woods we probably wouldn't do that, but back in the woods we have high vacuum. But oh wow, that's really nice sap. First couple weeks we were kind of dealing with some dirty stuff, but wow, that's nice and clear. Yeah, you can see stuff coming in through the lines here, kind of. See the bubbles moving, but yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. So that's the stream that's coming in there. Yeah. Wow, that's really nice. That worked out actually better than we thought, because there's a little pump in that box. You can hear it pumping in there. That's what's all rigged up there. So right now this thing is dumping extremely fast. The reason is we're sucking what's in the back tank. See two full streams coming in. Wow. Yeah, we're sucking what's in the black tank back there that I showed you yesterday. Sucking that up into here, and then we'll pump what's in here all the way up the main line. It goes up to the house there. So we're gonna quick run back to the other tank. Here you can kind of see where the main line loops around up there. We got 3/4 inch main line coming down there. These are 1 inch main lines. Top line is a dry line. Pretty much that makes so there's vacuum back at the other releaser when the wet line, which is the bottom line, is full. Every now and again when we have long spans in between, like where we tie them off to trees, we'll put like a 2x4 in there. It's a little hooks like that to just prop it up, but you can see all the sap going through there. Both lines, it's just chugging. So there's the back tank. It's still almost full, or half full at least. It's gonna be a little while till that's empty. So pretty much right at the bottom down there, you can kind of see that's a little elbow, and that actually will suck it up. Yeah, you can see the sap is actually fairly clear right now. Earlier in the season there was a lot of junk in there, and not that it hurt the quality of the syrup. It was just, yeah, it's just more junk, and it's like plugs up more of your filters and stuff like that. So we had these shut off for a while. We cleaned the inside of that out, got that all cleaned out. So this is kind of always fun. If you open this and watch it just shoot in there. Yeah, that's what was sitting in the lines. But yeah, pretty much, I don't know, for some of you might have seen it last year. Yeah, pretty much what this does, it comes in there, and as that dumps out like that, it switches, goes down this hole over here instead of that one over there. There's a hole like that over there on that side, which fills that canister, but now it's filling this canister. Once it fills that up, it'll switch in there. Yep, there's a little float in there. It's kind of hard to see. I believe it's a blue thing there. And when that fills up, it dumps that, and it just switches back and forth like that. That's where our vacuum comes in. There we have the same thing happening on the front tank as we have on the back tank there. Yeah, we cleaned this tank out too with the little dustpan thingy over there. Yeah, one thing we learned this year is that it's good to keep your tanks just scraped clean, especially when it gets warm and stuff. Like some junk can build up, and just good to keep that clean. Keeps everything, yeah, just better all around. Now we're just walking behind it here, since pretty much all of it is up here now. Draining everything down. Ugh, get out of it. So right now, we're just gathering the bags around here. We only have like... I think we only have like maybe 6... Well, I think it's around 70 taps in bags. That's how we used to do it all. So, yeah, back when we had like, I think one year we may have done 400, I'm not sure, all in bags where we gathered them by hand and stuff, went around. Yeah, we had a tank to put on the skid loader. But yeah, this year I think we have around 720 or 730 taps altogether, about 600, oh, what was it, 625 I think, on the high vacuum back in the woods. Then there's 25 or 30 over here on low vacuum, or with the pump that I showed you, the little pump over here earlier. And then we have like the rest in bags. It's a lot easier than it used to be, but there's something about bags that's kind of fun. We have a lot of good memories, and there was days it was tough, like when it was raining and stuff. You had to go out at night and gather the stuff. But yeah, we definitely came a long ways. And one thing we've noticed already this year with the high vacuum, we've definitely been able to pull more, or get more sap. And we have it all gathered for today, I believe. It's still going to run probably a little bit, or a decent amount actually, this evening until it cools down. Probably slow it down a little bit, but yeah, Dad's going to hook the RO up. And I think as a grand total so far, it's February 20th. Dad, when did we tap?
Last week of January. First of the last week of January. I forget what the date would be.
So we'd have been into it about 3 weeks or 4 weeks? 3.5 maybe. About 3.5 weeks or so, and we have 9,070 gallons. So we can't complain. Today's sap was really, really nice, and yeah, really thankful for that. So that'll probably be it for today. So it is now February 21st, and Dad's cooking here. See, that tank is almost full with the stuff that the concentrate, the RO concentrate. Yeah, and then that's the clean water tank from out of the RO. So pretty much how this works is that just feeds into here. That's the float box for what they call the separator. Pretty much what it does is, well, it has a fan in there that's blowing air up in there to make it bubble, and that's pretty much being preheated by the steam and the heat off the bottom pan, which is where the main evaporating part happens. Up in there you can see it's bubbling, and yeah, that air up there just, it helps it evaporate quicker. So yeah, that's where the first little bit of it happens. That we get down to the main pan. It flows down through this hose into here. This is the float box for the main pan. This has flues that go down in here and also up in, and and so the heat from the fire can get up in there. And yeah, this is actually, this right here is all, this water is from the steam that's happening down in there. So that's how much water is being cooked off. Here we have our temperature. So then it comes into the finishing pan. Yeah, you can see it's almost syrup, pretty much. It's just where the finished, where you finish it off here. This is just a flat bottom pan. It doesn't have flues or anything. Yeah, here we have thermometer gauges. There we have the thermometer gauge. And then pretty much we put it into this pan here. What we have that on is just kind of like a, that's not our main filter. We do run it through a filter press when we bottle it, but it just catches some of the sugar sand and some of the stuff like that. Makes it easier on the filtering process. Yeah, when we go to then put it in the filter press. So that's pretty much yeah, how it works. This is our wood. We put it into these crates, and yeah, just bring it in here. It's really nice. We can keep it dry and stuff like that. That's how it looks.